If you are feeling extremely uncomfortable right now, I'm talking to you.
Open vision. Lawrence Oyor was coming towards me.
Welcome to Chanting Chapel.
I'm tired of reading what I'm not experiencing. The original version of Lawrence Oyor. The eagle has been bound for too long.
May you not be under attack.
This must be my future.
Welcome to Chanting Chapel.
One of them was with a man. Okay, let me not mention the names. But there's a man of God in the south that I met in the airport. I had heard about this man. God has used him in different nations. In one of those countries, they had not seen rain for 7 years. How many years? 7 years. And he got there and he told them rain is coming in 30 minutes. Everybody get back to your hotels, to your houses before 30 minutes. They thought he was joking. The rain started in 30 minutes and fell. They measured the rain that fell for days. It was 7 years rain in quantity. That same man laid hands on my friend Folani 2014 or 13. Folani prayed inside toilet for 5 days. How many days? This man has prayer power. So, when I saw him in the airport, I lost my steez. Someone said, I lost my steez. May you not have steez when you don't need it. And so I quickly ran to him to sow a seed. He saw my face, said, what's your name? I said, Lawrence Oyor. He said, what are you doing? I said, Oyor, is that not daddy? I said, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm a copper. I said, I want to sow a seed. And he said, I should be the one giving you. And so I began to provoke his depths with my utterance. I said, sir, it was not Abraham that collected from Melchizedek. It was Melchizedek that collected from Abraham. So he understood that I was intentional with what I was doing. Then he made a decree. I told you, men can speak sentences over you. And those sentences will do for you what 21 days of fasting did not do for you. Did somebody hear what I just said? So this morning, we are going to combine all forces together and enter into a shift like never before. Are you ready? Breakthrough is not difficult once you understand. I just need you to be violent. All this talk is so that you can be violent when it's time. Is that all right? That day, he spoke over me and said, blessed be the God of Dr. G.F. Oyor, who has taught his children to put a sacrifice upon every altar they encounter. I went on my knees because I knew that, Baba wants to shift me. These utterances are sounding like incantation. He said, and I decree that the Lord will give you your sure place in this nation and your sure place on the earth. I used like 1, 2, 3 weeks to unpack that decree, to understand what he said. I won't go into that. The next week after the decree, people started reaching me. It was 2015. People started reaching me and saying, I had your song, I had your song, I had your songs, I had your songs. I've been praying before this time. One man spoke a word and bam! Because you can't compare the prayers you prayed in one night to a person who has what is called mileage. Someone say mileage. If you understand, say mileage. And you are not the same. Somebody who has done 3 hours every day for 30 years. You pray 24 hours in one night. You are full, you are drunk in the spirit. Even without him praying, he just say you are blessed. You can shift beyond. Do you understand what I'm saying now? I'm explaining so you understand why it's like that. Now, so what happened? That was the first time. The second time such a thing happened to me was another servant of God based here in the West, here in Ibadan. And this servant of God, I heard about him. They say he has fasted 17 years, breaking with coconut and gari. Me, I cannot do 17 years, breaking with coconut and gari. Okay, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. But I'm not sure I will do this kind of fast till the day I see Jesus. Such a strange man that God has used for many servants of God that we know and respect. We went to invite him to do something with the youth so that he can talk to us about the days of the fathers. He was one of those that were part of the CAC, all right, revival and all of that. Anyways, we knelt down to sow our seed and pray, and then I noticed for the first time a person that we not pray. He just told us what will happen to us. He said, You'll be very viral among youths. This will happen, this will happen, this will happen. He walked and told my brother his own. Turned to a friend that was there with us. He walked, said his own. Say amen, amen. But he didn't say any prayer. Men and brethren, before the month was over, it started like a viral fire. 2017 till today. We cannot explain the violence with which the spread is happening after the utterance of a man. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying, no. And that's why when God blesses you with such men, it's important that you maximize. Because I can tell you that those men have people around them that have not shifted. That great man of God you want to meet, there's somebody in his ministry that is shouting amen every Sunday that has not shifted. Yes or no? That means it's not even really the oil. Of course, there are many things that make for this thing. Timing, God's sovereign will. But the hunger and the honor in the heart of the people can never be underemphasized. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yeah. That was the second instance. I can go on and on and on and on and on. Even my father had such an experience. Very great and anointed. But he noticed that nobody was calling from outside the country. All invitations from within Nigeria. So he went to meet a man and he knew had the grace for open doors and international ministry. His name was Papa Mario Guy. And he went to meet him, traveled many kilometers to meet him. And the man said, he told the man, he said, Daddy, I need deliverance. So the man laughed and said, how can the deliverer need deliverance? He said, Daddy, I know what I'm saying. It does not happen mistakenly. Nobody mistakenly calls and talks about international ministry. When you get to that point where you want doors to open internationally, you understand what I just said now. But that grace is available in this house right now. You don't need to get to that point and realize that you were in a... Is somebody hearing what I'm saying this morning? Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to. There are things you can collect in advance of the day of adversity. Kai, is somebody hearing what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't need it now. But 6 years' time, when you need it, you have collected it already. Say amen if you understand what I'm saying. So he slept. The man didn't wake them up for vigil. The next morning he woke up. We didn't pray. So he went to meet the man. The man was in the kitchen cooking the food that we eat that morning. He said, sir, you didn't take me seriously. I traveled all the way. I need deliverance. I need to break through. The man laughed. He said, Reverend, relax. When a person is inside a room with the key, do they need to bang and break the door open for you to enter? Chai. The person who needs to break through is the one that is outside the door. The one that is inside just needs to what? Open it. So that day before they left, the man spoke few sentences. He said, Father, international doors open now. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. That was the end of the prayer. Daddy thought he would lay hands on him and pour oil inside his mouth and give him mantle to take to the embassy. Simple sentence. The doors blasted open. That week, they started calling from all over the world. Celebrate Jesus, everybody. Now, how do you cross from a point where people are speaking over you and you are shifting to the point where even you now, you know it and you can speak over somebody and they will shift? Who understands what I'm saying? Or we should leave it? Because that's where Isaac was. Isaac was not saying amen to his father's prayer. too will tell you, and ọ̀rọ̀ jáde àṣẹ tẹ̀lé. It will happen. Jacob, if you notice, was not like that too, until he too broke through. And then one day, he called his sons. He said, gather to me, my sons. Let me tell you how it will be for you. Do you remember? You will see that the man now has encountered his God. Now he can shift a person by his own words. Before he was looking for breakthrough. Now he is breaking people through with 2-3 sentences. I decree over somebody here, that will be what you will become this year.